Hi there, welcome to this quick tutorial on Prison Break, a PowerPoint resource from Tutor2You. Prison Break is what we call a confidence-based quiz, i.e. a student is going to be presented with a question and 4 possible answers, but needs to demonstrate some level of confidence when they give their answer. And I'll show you how that works with this game now. Okay, the backstory behind Prison Break, which I could reveal if I pressed on click here to start, but I won't just now, is that your students have a total of 16 prisoners who they're trying to get out of this fictitious prison. They start off with 8 of them, and they are trying to break through each of the different sections within the prison until they eventually all get out. So they start with 8, but hopefully as they go along they'll pick up more, so they'll have a total of 16 at the end. Okay, in terms of preparation, you're going to need 3 things. You're going to need some questions with possible answers, which I'll come back to a little bit later on, and then 2 printouts for your students. Now, this game assumes that your students are going to be playing in small teams. The first thing they're going to need is this slide here, which is what we're going to call the placemat. And all it's got are the letters A, B, C and D on it, and this is where they're going to place their prisoners as they go through the game. And this slide is a print off again of the actual individual prisoner cards, if you like. So for each team you need to print this slide off, cut out these prisoners that are here, and that represents the 16 possible prisoners the students are trying to get through to the end. Okay, I'm going to assume you've separated your class into different groups, that you've given them a placemat, you've given them a set of 9 prisoners to begin with. And now we're ready to play the game. We'll come back to how you set the questions a little bit later on. So let's click to start and we'll see our first question. Now what we'll get is a question, 4 possible answers, and you give your students 30 seconds or so to place their currently 9 prisoners on their placemat, depending on whether they think the answer is A, B, C or D. Now they can spread those prisoners over 3 out of the 4 answers if they're really uncertain. So imagine we've got a question like the one on screen, which is an A-level law question. Students are definitely not sure what is the right answer, so they put 3 on A, 3 on B, 3 on C. You have to leave 1 completely free. Having done all of that, we can then reveal the answer. In this case it was answer A, and the students must discard all of the prisoners who are on any of the wrong answers and only keep the ones from the correct answer. So they'll have lost anything that they put on B, C or D, and those prisoners, I'm afraid, will not be able to break out of the prison. Then we go on to the next question, where you allow the students to have 1 extra prisoner each round. So of the 7 remaining prisoners, they can take another 1 each round. And the idea there is, in case they lost all of their prisoners by putting them on the wrong answers in the previous questions, they've got at least 1 to carry on with the game. So here we go. Next question shows on screen, and again we go through the same process. And you're going to do that for all 8 of the questions. Okay, then ultimately the winning team is the team that manages to get the most prisoners through the prison break process. So obviously the more that they gamble prisoners on the correct answer and get them through from one stage to the other, the more likely they are to keep as many of those 16 as they possibly can. Now very quickly then, here is slide 4 of the resource, and it's the adaptable, editable table for teachers to input their questions here on the left hand column, then the correct answer in the next column and 3 incorrect answers. The computer randomly places the correct and incorrect answers throughout the game. Enjoy Prison Break.